Hey, it's Topher right here on Geek Public Radio. Guess what? We are live back in the studio having a great time. Hoping you have one too. This week we're going to be talking about a couple of our favorite games from the OTK Game Expo that was earlier this week, and rumors of what we got coming from Bethesda this weekend. So stick with us.
You're listening to the GPR podcast, where two old guys, talk about new games, movies, most things geeky, and generally be old in front of your eyes. Not cool. Now, here's Topher and Crazy Chris, being all old.
Good evening, everybody. This is Crazy Chris. With me, as always, is the lovely Topher, the paranormal hobo. We are coming to you live from the GPR studios right here in Indiana, and we are having ourselves a good time. Lots of things to look forward to. Summer game season is kicking off. There's lots of stuff coming down the pipeline. Before we get started, though, make sure you guys click the like button and subscribe to the channel to be notified every single time that we go live. You got to ring-a-ling-a-dingy that belly button right next to the subscribe button. That way you'll be told when we're about to talk about the really stupid things that we like to talk about. This week, as was previously mentioned, we are talking about the OTK Games Expo and some of the games that are coming out of that particular place. And then, of course, Bethesda with all the rumors swirling around. Are they secretly doing things that we don't know about? Are they using new engines? Are they using old engines? Are they just reskinning things and placing them back in the game? That actually happened, folks. Look it up. It's pretty funny. Anyways, we're going to be talking about all of that and so much more. We thank every single one of you guys that join us live each and every week. You guys are the backbone that makes the Geek Public Radio Studios function and thrive, and we are so grateful for every single person that helps us out in that regard. But I think we're going to start first. Topher, what do you think? They're going to do the OTK games. I think that's probably the best place to start because Bethesda's rumor mill is massive because they are a massive studio. So we got lots to talk about from Microsoft and Bethesda and the things that they're going to be releasing. But first, let's talk about the OTK Games Expo. The first ever expo launched June 8th on 2022, and it featured some interesting titles, I think. The first of which is the Renown survival game. And they just released a trailer for that. It looks interesting, very much in the vein, I think, of with Rust and even 28 Days Later, things like that. It's got a very similar,
is like a mix between Rust and like Valheim.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It's something that looks like it might be in my wheelhouse. Very much a survival type player. I like those kinds of games. They're challenging enough to keep me functional. So
keep you functional.
They do. I don't go too crazy. So, but yeah, we've got. I think, do we have the trailer queued up for Renown, or we got the one for Immortal? Which one do we have?
We have them both.
We have them both. See, if you guys joining us now, we're going to kick off right now. We're going to show you the Renown trailer, and then of course in the comment section, guys, let us know what you think of the trailer. Let us know if you guys are excited for the OTK Games Expo. But without further ado, just check out the Renown trailer. It's my first time seeing it, so very excited. Oh, puppy barking. Red dick, blue kid. I honestly thought that was going to start off by saying Renown.
See, it gives you kind of like the Valheim feel.
Oh, 100%.
I like how they stick build, though.
Yeah. See, I already like it better. I can build my castles. The Paisley.
One of the things I hate from like insta-death.
Now, I like the damage mechanic. That was something that I was reading was introduced into this game, and I like it. I think it's cool. It adds a strategy element. And for anybody who might be thinking, this looks so choppy, it's super early access, guys. Like, this is very alpha right now.
I just like looks good.
Are you not entertained? It does look pretty cool. Yeah, you guys can check out that website. Make sure you go to playrenown.com. You can actually sign up. You can help support. Still in its indie studio, or still in its indie phase. Right now, they're kicking off fundraisers, campaigns, and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's interesting. I like the concept of it.
That caught my attention so much. Like, it's not funny. Like when that popped up, I don't.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons. If a group of players were fighting a war against other players, and we were allowed to build however we wanted, it's kind of what it reminded me of. Like, if you give me unlimited money and resources, and I'm allowed to build stuff, that's what I would do. Also, why I'm not allowed to play in most games anymore. Because I took the leadership trait in Pathfinder First Edition, and 4,000 followers later, my DM hated me. And that was the day that Crazy Chris is no longer allowed to play leadership characters.
So, but no, like I said, it caught my attention because you know how much I like getting into the games that build and do all of that other stuff, and like the action and whatnot.
Anything, 100% anything with a build mechanic has got my attention.
Right.
Except for Fortnite. I'm staring directly at you, Blizzard. No, wait, no, they didn't make Fortnite.
No.
Epic, is it Epic Games? Epic Games.
Epic
Looking
Games.
at you, Epic. I think Blizzard. Wow. Okay.
That was me.
I'm pretty sure it was you, but
yeah, no, I popped the thing for.
We're professionals. Oh, okay. Are you seriously right now with whom the bell tolls? Really? How was I gonna say? God dang it! I think Blizzard made Apex, if I'm not mistaken. Apex or one of the other ones, but
no, they did the
Overwatch.
Yeah,
that's the Overwatch one. There we go. See, I knew if I just kept listing all of the stupid arena fighter games, I'd eventually get there. Anyway, yeah. So Renown looks like an interesting enough title. I think it's something that I'll find some joy and some pleasure in.
So if you were on our Twitch, which, you know, if you didn't know we had a Twitch,
twitch.tv/Geek Public Radio. Easy enough to find us. If you guys are on YouTube,
right.
Make sure you go over there. If you have your own Twitch account, make sure you subscribe to us over there too, because we do drop Let's Plays and games and all kinds of stuff.
We covered almost all of the OTK game thing.
Well, you did. Expo. In fairness, you did, but I was working. So,
well, it was a dry run for this weekend.
It is. It looks pretty good, by the way, and I'm really excited about Sunday because we're going to be doing that other thing. We're talking about that in a second, though. Like that's where I'm excited. I'm like,
all right. The second game that really jumped out and like grabbed me by the bahogies.
That's a word. That's certainly a word. That's going to be Immortal. Yes. Which is Immortal Gates of Pyre. It is a real-time strategy game.
This is an alpha launch trailer that we're going to be watching.
Yes. So again, everybody just bear in mind, these are alpha releases. These are not
alpha releases from indie game studios.
Right. And the fact that they look that good is impressive.
It is more than a game to me.
I think we need a new strategy experience.
What are the next steps?
Burn it down.
This is how they started working on the engine.
Yeah,
look at that, like the how much better they look each time, each clip. Look at that.
Now it's got that League of Legends feel. Oh, for sure. Like right now, for sure.
Like
and this is 2 years ago too, so they've done more work.
It's like
there we
Legends,
go.
StarCraft.
It is going to show the world that strategy games.
Well, that was
are
definitely not
everyone.
modeled
And
after
we're going to continue
General
to
Grievous or
develop
anything.
and to learn and to grow.
Creating something really familiar and yet very unique is extremely exciting for us to develop.
It's pretty maps. I got to get you out of the isometric thing though, because it's in your head now, and I'm trying to talk you out of it. Trying to tell you to stop it. Yeah, they have done such a great amount of work on this, and it's getting to its alpha release, which is very exciting.
Look at the textures now.
Oh, compared to when it started, oh god, yeah. Leaps and bounds. Like, look at just and the amount of sprites on the screen. There's no clipping. The units are moving smoothly. That's awesome. Yeah, very much excited. I'm a huge RTS buff. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a huge RTS buff.
Hello, everyone. My
preached
name
about
is
games like
Zardasil,
Other Side.
and today we're going to be going over each and every one of Karat's units and what they
We're
do.
not going over each and
In
every
front of
single
us
one
here,
those.
we have the
That's not what
Safari.
we're doing.
No, I'm just
However,
using
if you
this
win
to-
step into hallowed ground,
show
your
some
shields
of
are
the-
refreshed completely. Magi, other Karat
the
units or
fighting
towers, the
content.
Absolver is capable of
because
doing
you
an
can. It's
absurd
like an
amount
old
of
school
damage over
RTS
time
where you
to
can
enemies in
group
raid,
together,
thereby trading
Yeah.
extremely
and
cost-efficiently.
play games together online, like custom maps.
Mhm.
And it has the League of Legends feel like,
With
oh,
the
well, oh, look,
Absolver
you left the
doing so
base
much
open,
damage
yada
in
yada
places
yada.
it
Oh, here,
controls,
come
we
attack
need
it.
something to dislodge them from problematic places. Here we have the Howler. The Howler is a slow.
It is not slow. We'll talk about them.
The Sentinel is a tier 3 air-to-air skirmisher unit designed with 4 of its swords
I mean, they
all at
have-
once to do
And there's your
tremendous damage in
StarCraft
an
appeal right
area.
there.
However, after doing so, they will need to recharge their swords for a period of time. Audience. As such, if you'd like to help support me in my endeavor to get you content, then please do.
Yeah, I'm
So
very much looking forward to those particular that particular game. It's got a very unique, like I said, League of Legends meets StarCraft, and I mean there's some Warcraft element in there too for sure.
oh yeah,
Like I mean even just straight from World of Warcraft and of course the Warcraft RTS, which in my opinion is the far superior game. But I'm in the very low minority when I say that.
I don't know.
um,
Like, there's a lot of us. Like, I still play Frozen Throne.
It's
and-
because
and-
it's amazing. Because Warcraft 3 was the pinnacle of Blizzard's achievement, in my opinion. Argue with me if you want, but
I started with Orcs versus Humans.
oh, you're talking about like in the 80s, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was like, you mean
Warcraft.
yeah.
2, I think was.
yeah, it was Warcraft 2. I did Warcraft 1. That was in the 90s. And then I believe Warcraft 2 was late 90s, like 98, 97, something like that. It was right in that
I don't
area.
know, but I got it on floppy disk.
Yeah.
Like 5.5, like the big.
Oh no,
five
no!
and a-
You're gonna panic these poor children who have no idea what you're talking about right now. All you're talking about is a 5.5
Big
inch
media.
floppy, and they don't know what's going on. So
Yeah,
they're gonna
"Is
need
that-
an adult.
Is
Stop
that
it,
a reference?
Mom. He's talking about his 5.5 inch floppy,
Rather than the 3 1/4.
which was not floppy. That was hard.
You know, when kids are like, hey, did you 3D print the save logo?
Oh my god! Right? Oh. Just unreal. By the way, what's really funny about that is no matter what, even when like Microsoft Windows and Word and all the different studios that have released word processing software have
all-
never changed that logo. Like they've not changed it to a disc or an SD looking card. Nothing. It's always been that 3.5 inch floppy. And before that, it was like I remember like in the early 90s, it was not the 3.5 inch floppy. It was a different icon altogether. It was something completely different. And I want to say it was like a big S or something like that. And it wasn't even, it had no icon. It was like a letter. It was so silly. Anyways. But yeah, back to us not being old. New games. Immortal Gates of Pyre will be available for alpha release. They are giving away a select number of keys for people to play. Hopefully we are one of those.
We put
recipients.
in for them. We're
Fingers crossed.
begged and pleaded, and
we would love to get a hold of that. We would love to
"Please,
showcase
sir,
the game
can we
on
have some
Twitch
more?"
and on stream to show people what kind of game it is. That is certainly a game that I will play the ever-loving crap out of. We were lucky to get New World keys.
Yeah.
And that was phenomenal. Now, granted, we got it for the beta, not the alpha, but
Well,
still.
we signed up for that, or I signed up for that or signed us up for that like 6 months to almost a year
before it released. Yeah,
before it was ready. So,
but yeah, I think OTK did I think the Game Expo was a success. I think
Like,
they have showcased what they're capable of, and it's really awesome.
The OTK, for being only just a little over a year old,
Mhm.
as an organization of streamers who got together and wanted to do something bigger.
Yep.
Now that they're partnered with WePlay,
yeah,
is
which fantastic news for them. Like, good for them.
dude,
Seriously,
that looked like a better set than like G4 back when they were on television.
oh yeah, the old G4. Oh my god, I forgot about that network.
You know,
Sorry,
like-
y'all, my laptop's dying because I am a foolish boy and forgot to plug it in.
but like the set and the studio that they have for this for their stuff now, and they have access to. Not only do they have access to the stuff in LA, which is what everybody flew out to be in the thing, but they have access to the Austin studios and several studios around the thing. So anywhere that they wanted to be, you know, can do all of this stuff. And this is the amount of like they can VR somebody in.
My scoochy chair watching it on the camera. I'm sorry.
So if like they have somebody who's green screened or whatever, they can VR them into the being on set and making it look like they're there on set, and like hologram them in and all of that. Like, it's just the stuff is amazing. It makes me jealous. I want to have
Listen,
that.
we're getting there.
I want to have that and play with it.
And we have projects coming down the pipeline too.
Yes.
It's getting to the point where we're both getting the itch to push past our comfort zone. We've been doing this for a really long time, and we're comfortable doing our podcast.
I've been doing this for 12 years.
Yes, and I joined just a little under 10 years ago. I think I'm on 9. I think it was 2013, 2014 is when I think
it was 2014 when you came.
I think so too.
Because I just started doing.
It was whenever the bookstores, when you had the bookstore.
Yeah.
So whatever year that was, that's when I started. And then, you had Ken with you at first. Shanzi was a part of that with you guys. So, obviously the studio has grown since then. The website has gotten bigger. We have published reviews. We have written books. We have done all of these things. We have a comic. Geek Public Radio has a movie that we're going to be trying to get going. Like, there's lots of things coming down this pipeline.
Movies with our partner Rutledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've made movies as GP Films, as the studio has
as Dog Days
and whatnot.
Right.
But now this time we're looking at maybe broadening, taking some of the financial burden off of Rutledge and doing it
and just opening up a whole cavalcade of GP Presents. Like, that's what it just should be from now on. GP Presents. Like, it's, what is it? I don't know. It's a movie. What is it?
Says she's still in love with the art from on the comic.
Yeah, the artwork on that comic is phenomenal. Those artists did an absolutely tremendous job. You guys can find your own comic, obviously, at blackbookcomic.com. And you guys check that out, man. They did great. We're still working on the second book right now. That's in the process. We have sponsorship of opportunities as well. So we have pages that are available for sponsors if you guys would like to do that. Obviously, there's our socials right down there at the bottom of the banner. Make sure you contact us using those socials, and then we can actually talk about financial arrangements to hook you guys up with some sponsorship in the comic, a comic that will literally go to dozens of conventions and see thousands and thousands of people live and in person. So that is something that, might be a dying medium for some people as far as paper is concerned, but it's a lasting one too.
Well, we also have digital comics that
right.
Those are going to be a part of too, that are going to be on sale for like Amazon and Drive Through RPG and all of those. So
yeah, 100%. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, OTK Games, man, Renown. I think those are the two games that we decided that we were the most excited about was definitely Renown and Immortal Gates of Pyre. Renown being a survival strategy type game, and then of course Immortal being RTS, which that's my wheelhouse. I like the survival games; they're fun for me. But man, that second you said that was an RTS, I was like, I got to look at this.
What's funny is when I started watching, I was like, I hated Rust, but I wanted to play it again. So I found a dead server and just started going.
He's like, I was looking for a place I could just build.
Yeah, no, because I like the world sucks. Like
Yeah.
in the sense of like I don't know how many times on a dead server, like I'm the only person on it, and I'm still being killed by bears and boars and all sorts of stuff falling to my death.
You and bears have like a huge
Right?
issue. I think the Yaogwai have beat your ass in Fallout 76 more than once. Speaking of,
they have.
Speaking of Fallout and Bethesda in particular, and to go even more in depth about that, Microsoft Game Studios Bethesda this Sunday is going to be releasing their Bethesda Game Showcase. Microsoft and Bethesda games. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, Game Showcase. Brain just shut down. That was really cool. But yeah, their Game Showcase where they're going to be hopefully releasing some new information. But right now, all we have are rumors, speculation. There are confirmed announcements, and then there are more announcements that have yet to be confirmed. One of the bigger ones, interestingly enough, is this rumor floating around that they plan to remake Fallout 1 and keeping it in more of the Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and all the modern Fallout games, taking it from that isometric perspective, putting it into a first-person shooter.
There's two rumors about that. You have the isometric, you have the rumors that they're going to take it into the modern engines and give it the polish that the later games have had, so it fits in with the rest of the catalog. Then you have the rumors that they're leaving it isometric and they're just making it
remastering it, like making it pretty.
Yeah, they're just
so like Diablo style. Yeah. Which, if they were to do that, sure. And I know there's Fallout purists out there that are like, no, don't touch my special IP. It's my IP. Don't touch me there. Like, that's how they feel about it. And part of me is the same. Like, if you took the original Legend of Zelda, and don't get me wrong, like every time they release a Legend of Zelda, it's like they retcon it. But
it's pronounced Yogi Bear.
Yogi Bear. But if you take those top-down perspectives and those isometric perspectives from like the original Legend of Zelda, and you were to remaster it, like I feel like it would just lose everything that made that game so unique. The bugs, the glitches, the ways that you could play it, like all of those things become obsolete.
Making it more of a world like they did with 3 and
I would just appreciate if they would retcon some of the history of it, some of the lore, now that they actually have a writing team that can coordinate, sort of, because God, they're so bad. But
so which one was Brotherhood of Steel?
That one did not count. That was I believe it was a separate studio altogether. It was not a part of Bethesda. I will look that up because I know that game is not considered canon, but
so was Las Vegas or New Vegas.
Well, New Vegas has been absorbed. So they have absorbed New Vegas as being a canon, as being a part of the canon, because it didn't actually subvert any of the established lore. It just added more lore. Like it actually just it didn't go back and retcon things, whereas Brotherhood retconned things that were in 1 and 2. Like it actually went completely against the lore. So let me see here. That was Fallout Tactics is what that was called, by the way.
So that sounds more like an RTS.
It does, and it was not. Much to the chagrin of many a gamer, I assure you. Fallout Tactics. Hang on. Or was it Fallout Brotherhood? Maybe it was called Fallout Brotherhood. I think Tactics
All I know
was actually...
is like Brotherhood of Steel was the main.
Hang on. Fallout. It might have been called Fallout Brotherhood. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, it was. That was Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, and that was not. It was by Avalon Interactive. Yeah, Brotherhood of Steel. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel was not the one. Tactics was
Avalon game in forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So that is something that. But yeah, like for Brotherhood of Steel, like they literally just took things that had nothing to do with the original game and just blew it and made it worse. It was terrible.
You're gonna laugh at me.
No, probably. What'd you do?
I still have that song stuck in my head.
Which one? Oh,
it's about damn time.
Yeah, the yeah. But Bethesda is. I honestly hope that they don't have anybody working on a Fallout remake. Honestly, I don't. Stop it.
They have several studios, like Austin
I
is
don't care.
moving on it.
Don't
There's
care.
a couple others that
Mm-mm.
they're moving.
Don't care.
They also have something about called a spy game, something Spy Master. That's
I haven't. Okay, so I haven't actually heard this particular rumor. That one's new to me.
it's
they are
something that
working
came
on.
across as a,
They are working on several games, and there's the new one that they're doing, which
they
is
just
Avowed.
trademarked.
Hang on.
They just trademarked like something like Spy Master or whatever. And everybody's like, well, it might be just a code name, but you don't trademark the code names. You know, if you're trying to keep
Avowed
it-
is the new one. There was another Obsidian. There's another Obsidian project called Avowed, and it is supposed to be a Elder Scrolls style game. So it's going to be probably in another vein of first person shooters. But yeah, they've got several of them coming up. The biggest one that I want to talk about, honestly, is the fact that recently it was revealed that Starfield, Bethesda's new game that's coming out this November, it's literally using the same engine as Fallout 76, as Skyrim. They did not update the engine. They are quite literally using the same broken engine that they have been using, and I am devastated that they will not bump these things up. Let's see what you got here. Bethesda Spy Team is the name that got revealed and trademark, blah, 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 blah.
That's something that's being rumored is going to be announced because they're getting the trademark pushes and not now.
Okay, so that looks interesting. This is by PC Games. This is a while back, but it's confirmed March 23rd. They did a backfile for trademark in 2018 to ZeniMax, which is the parent company for Bethesda, owned by Microsoft, of course. And then Spy Team is the name that got revealed in that trademark. So, yeah, and this is the Austin studio. So, I don't know. Spy Team, it is from the same studio that was developing multiplayer games like Battlecry. So, very likely that it's probably going to fall in that vein. I'm willing to bet that's probably what it is. Probably falls cartoony style James Bond meets Battlefield type stuff. That I'm willing to bet.
Well, you have that. It's called Fortnite.
Yeah, I know. I'm perfectly aware. That's more like Minecraft meets Battle Royale style. That's I don't know.
I don't know, but The Rock is in it.
They have so many characters now. It's unbelievable how many people, companies, and franchises are willing to partner.
Last
with
time
them
I really got on there
for
was like
image rights.
Deadpool.
Yeah, there's Deadpool. There's Spider-Man. There's Miles Morales. There's different. All the Spider-Mans are in it. There's Deadpool. I think Thor's in there. They have lightsabers and Star Wars. They have Disney characters. The likeness rights for some of this stuff that they're doing. Like, I don't know how they're making money, but they are.
Sentinel or whatever.
Yeah, and they're making money hand over fist doing this. And I don't know how. Like, how are you paying for all these likeness rights and making money? Please tell me, because if I could do this, I'll do it.
Hooking.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look down below, you can see the socials for my OnlyFans account, where you pay me to keep my clothes on. But I'm praying that they don't do a remake of Fallout 1. Honestly, you have so many other teams and so many other IPs that need addressed. Chief among them, of course, being Fallout 5. And then after, realistically, before that, let's talk about the fact that it's been freaking 12 years or over a decade since we've released a new Elder Scrolls game. And we've gotten 37 versions of Skyrim. I'm done. I've played Skyrim so many different ways on so many different systems on so many different platforms using different controllers. I have actually learned how to play Skyrim with my feet because I'm just trying to satisfy the itch that is Skyrim 6, or that is Elder Scrolls 6. Now I get that we have Elder Scrolls Online. I get that.
I know that they have some Elder Scroll rumors floating around that they have announcements coming for the Elder Scrolls, the US series and stuff, and
yeah,
they have some more along those lines.
Every single time that I see an announcement from Bethesda and it says like Elder Scrolls Tamriel, and I'm like, it's a new one. Oh, God dang it, it's for Elder Scrolls Online. But I think personally, I want my Fallout 5. That's what I want. Have they decided on the location yet? No. At this point, the Elder Scrolls 6 will be out before the Fallout 5 is released. And Elder Scrolls 6, to my knowledge, is at least 2025. Like we're talking still 3 years away before we get another Elder Scrolls.
I know
game.
like some of the talk for 5 was New York.
Which I don't. Nope. You already gave me Boston. It's close enough. That's right. I just pissed off every New Yorker fan that we have. Every single one of them just literally wants to fight me right now. I can't wait.
Because they were like, oh, most people who were like, oh, they're not going to do New York because it was a waste and Fallout thing, but they did Washington D.C.
I think they won't do New York strictly because of the World Trade Centers. I think that's actually part of the reason they've never touched that is because in that particular timeline, those buildings probably would have existed, but then they have to show them in ruin, and I don't think they want to. I honestly do. I think that's why they haven't touched it. I'm gonna be quite honest.
You have like 5 boroughs to play in.
Do you really want to know which one I want? Give me Chicago. I take Chicago. Give me New Orleans. I'll take that. Give me Miami. They actually have a mod already for Fallout Miami from Fallout 4 engine. It looks great. Fallout London, but the London looks freaking phenomenal. That team killed it. It looks great, and they use the same engine, so it can be done.
Is that mod available now, or is it still?
I believe it's going to be released soon. But it got the stamp of approval.
Yeah, no,
Bethesda was like, no, yeah, go do this because it looks great, and so it is a furtherance of the lore without being a sponsored release. So I'm not sure how they're going to do that, but it got the approval. They told them that they could go ahead and release it. So
I know that
because it's massive.
Our friends overseas were like, they saw oh, we can finally play Fallout in our own backyard.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I think Fallout Paris would be really cool, like a Paris version of that. But there are so many places to draw from that I think it would be really cool.
Fallout Midwest.
Chicago. I mean, honestly, you could have Chicago. Chicago's you could even have. Give us
they did with the Appalachia,
right?
And just do all of the Midwest. So you can go through Indiana into Illinois. So you have India, Chicago, big city, Chicago. You have Indianapolis,
Detroit.
Yeah,
lots of places. Cincinnati. Down the river, you got Louisville. I mean, lots of places you can go. And on top of that, we're getting the Pit, which is going to be coming out in the fall for Fallout 76. So, I mean, it's not like they're not capable of drawing on lore that's already established. And technically, Chicago is already done too. But let's be honest, it really wasn't done. We all know it wasn't. It was not. No, stop.
Which one was that?
I believe that was Tactics. If I'm not one of the, it might have been Brotherhood of Steel that did Chicago, but I genuinely don't remember because it's been so long since I played through them. I've just started playing 2 again. So essentially whatever the storyline was, I remember the storyline. It was the Brotherhood was venturing further out east, and then one of their airships got shot down, and then it crash landed near Chicago. And I think it was Brotherhood. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is Brotherhood of Steel.
I know that
but yeah, it's bad.
I got sidetracked. So I beat 3 and started to move on to 4. I have it already queued, but I got sidelined on 76. So I haven't even started 4 yet because I've been stuck.
I mean, you don't need to. I mean, what I mean is like you don't need to play 4 before you play 76. It helps with the building mechanics, but honestly, it just makes the 76 building mechanics more frustrating. Because I could I could do so much more with 4.
Well, that's why I keep saying oh, maybe I should go to whatever, but I'm kind of still stuck on a lot of the stuff. But I like having more control and having the idea of being able to do a whole town, a whole settlement. And
if the next Fallout entry does not give me destructible, is that the right word? I don't know. I'm not sure what the word is. Destructible objects.
Yeah.
If I do not have that
way you can go and actually
and break and knock down a tree or whatever. If that does not give me that, I'm going to be extremely upset.
I mean, we got Valheim and
right at this point there's
Renown.
zero. At this point there is absolutely zero excuse to not give me destructible objects. None. None. I should be able to walk up to any building And granted, if it's an interior structure and I can't knock it down, fine, whatever. But I should be able to knock down a house that you have boarded up because there's nothing inside of it.
Right.
I should be able to destroy that house. I should be able to nuke it. Fallout 76, looking at you, developer team. I should be able to nuke an area and it actually just levels it. What? Oh, the London trailer?
Yes.
Yeah. it is super cool. It is very long. I think it's a 13-minute trailer because it's a gameplay trailer.
Right. Well, we can at least go through some of Scrub.
Well, yeah, but I feel like maybe just drop the link in the description, let people watch it for themselves. And the only reason I say that is to get the full experience for this trailer, you have to watch it all because it's got such a cool reveal all the way up until you leave the vault, which is not called a vault. I just feel like it's better for that experience because there's no vaults. This is not Vault Tech that's doing that we know of. It's not Vault Tech doing this. So it has a different atmosphere, a different feel to it, but it's very much a Fallout franchise, and I love it. Or part of the Fallout franchise, and it looks great. But yeah, Starfield running the same engine. It comes out in November. I'm super disappointed about that. There is a new Halo game that's supposed to be coming out, Halo Endless, because apparently Infinite isn't good enough. I guess. I guess Infinite's not a good enough name.
Infinite is not good.
No. I'm saying apparently that we're just being redundant with the names now.
Right.
Like the next one's going to be called Halo Eternal. Like, like it's literally they're literally just coming out synonym roles for names. Synonym roles for names. That's it. That's exactly what Halo was doing. But we'll just be honest. They're just recycling commercial use. That's
right.
They're regurgitating the same franchise using it's big name draw. That's what Amazon did with the series. Big name appeal. Let's see. What is the other one that I was part? Oh, Diablo 4. There should be some Diablo 4 announcements because obviously Microsoft owns Blizzard now. So there should be some Diablo 4 stuff going on.
That's still in the works. So I mean,
it is, but they're supposed to be announcing some things.
I know that the Immortal, because Blizzard has its own showcase.
Yeah,
they just did. That's where they launched the Immortal game and released it on PC instead of doing the 4 and giving Diablo 4.
And I'm hoping that this Sunday we're actually going to be getting more information regarding whether or not Microsoft plans to allow Bethesda or ZeniMax Studios to release their games on the PlayStation, or if they are literally going to lock it down and keep them exclusive as long as possible, like the new Fallout game being available only on Xbox for like the first 6 months, and then it's released on PS4 or PS5.
I don't think they've locked down any of the Bethesda properties.
They've just acquired Bethesda not that long ago, so they've not had an opportunity to. All the games that Bethesda has released have already been released on those systems.
Right.
So there's nothing for them to lock down. So any new IP, i.e. Fallout 5,
Spycraft,
Elder Scrolls 6, Spycraft, Spy Masters, whatever it's called, right? All of those particular things, those might be Xbox exclusive. And I have a feeling they're going to tell us at this expo this Sunday. So you guys don't want to miss that, man. Make sure you tune in to twitch.tv/Geek Public Radio. We're going to be covering the event. We are going to be talking about what happens while it happens.
It starts at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we're going to be running for a while, guys. So,
so it'll be it starts at 10 a.m. and it'll run for a good while.
Yeah, but we'll have clips and highlights throughout the day. We'll be tracking things, keeping track, and making sure that we're giving you guys as much up-to-date information as humanly possible. But yeah, that's the plan Sunday. We're going to be streaming on Twitch for everybody to take a look, and as we react, you guys can see us. It's going to be a little boring.
What I'm hoping is, well, see, that's what I thought about the Game Expo thing, but it wasn't as boring as I thought.
No, what I mean is it might be boring for somebody to watch us watching the stream, like, because we're not going to be able to fill the sound the entire time. So.
Right, but no, like, we're still going to make comments and put our own 2 cents in.
And make fun of whoever's up on the stage, because that's what I do. I roast people. Right. I go to Game Expos and I laugh, and I'm like, look at that. Why are his pants so tight?
Oh no!
Who painted his clothes on?
I was doing something similar to that, and every time Rich would get on stage with OTK,
oh yeah,
I was just like, why does it look like he's wearing a couch from the 70s?
It does. So of course we're gonna have our zany antics. our trademark personalities.
Here's
Literally,
Rich
they're
in the couch.
trademarked. Don't take them. But we're going to have all of those things available for you guys on Sunday. Don't want to miss that. Again, that's going to be twitch.tv/Geek Public Radio. If you're not already subscribed to that, make sure you subscribe. Of course, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, make sure that you guys clicky the likey and then ring-a-ling-a-dingy the belly button and
YouTube.
subscribe to the channel.
Which
That's
is
what
over
we
there.
do. Yeah, it's over here somewhere. I think it's up. Oh, wrong hand. I'm so backwards right now. There it is. Up here. It's up here somewhere.
That's the YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
right,
the Twitch.
right there. There we go.
Then that's our website.
Right. Make sure you guys check out geekpublicradio.com as well. We have the links for all of our socials on there. You guys can find articles that we've written, reviews that we've given, and just different things that are available on the website. So make sure you guys check us out. Of course, geekpublicradio.com. Without that website, this show is not possible. So make sure you guys check them out. Trying to think of what else we wanted to cover.
There's something we
brain's
wanted to
gone.
cover.
I know, right?
But it will end up with us being demonetized. So
Oh, that's okay. That's what it
that's-
was. We decided not to because people get hurt feelings and they get
let's see if we can do this vague and obscurely, because everybody, if you're on YouTube,
you probably
and
already
any at
know.
all, you've already seen the fallout from this stuff.
Speaking
And-
of Bethesda,
and subject A
did a thing
and is a bad person, got
And-
called out on it,
by subject B.
and subject B got roasted, and for calling out where
Subject A.
where YouTube was failing and,
Right.
and whatnot. So
And it's
trying to navigate that whole thing.
yeah.
Like, he literally got a video taken down for nudity and sexual content, and it was all based on a joke with a pickle that he took from another
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. No. There was a
That
I
the
mean,
video
Tim
is still
Pool has
up.
Tim Pool has talked about this as well. They can't show specific things on their channel from other YouTube channels because it'll get them demonetized.
Mhm.
But those other channels have millions of views on the videos, and the videos are still up.
Right.
And
In
when
fact, the
it-
guy,
it's no, like,
subject
don't
A-
misunderstand.
subject-
YouTube, you guys do your thing, man. I don't work for you. You guys are our special benefactors, and we love you so much. You guys are the best in the world. Now, this is going to be the time, by the way, where our channel just disappears magically again.
right.
By the way, that happened.
Yeah. There was a panic. It was like,
Yeah, that was
all 300 and some odd videos just
gone. That was a full scale meltdown at the Geek Public Radio offices. I promise there was
Phone
there
calls
was-
were flying. Like, what the heck?
what is going on? Twitch or tweets were going out.
Yeah, I tweeted out. and-
It was bad. But
We-
thankfully,
we
I think
do-
it just came back.
yeah, well, it's like they're like, oh,
Click.
oh, if it was something else, it would be whatever. Click
Our
on it.
bad.
But the fact that we have the ability to tweet to YouTube and get it resolved.
That's
'Cause, like,
kinda nice.
It was within like an hour. I
Mhm.
think like we were freaking out posting about it, and then all of a sudden,
Bloop. There it was.
back.
Yeah. All the videos, nothing happened. No flags, no strikes, no nothing. It's like our whole channel was just deleted. Like, it was the most bizarre thing.
It's like this user does no longer.
And it was
does
like,
not
it was,
exist.
in looking it up, like, people were like, yeah, sometimes that just happens. I'm like, how does that just happen? That's not a glitch. Like, we have thousands of hours of content. How did that just happen? Like, one video getting deleted, that's a glitch. The whole channel getting deleted,
Oops.
that is yeah,
Bruh.
brah. Yeah, those were some of the choice words being thrown around. It was bad
But
Um,
no, like it's just I don't. It's frustrating,
to not be able to discuss big time news because if we did, we'd be demonetized.
right? You know,
Yeah.
like you got these million views, million subscriber channels that are just being demonetized at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. And it happens. And I get everybody right now, and I feel like this is across the board from Twitch to YouTube to Twitter to Facebook. Everybody right now, I think, is like on a super thin razor margin. And they are just, I don't know if it's just without recourse, without thinking, or without even research. It's just, if it smells like controversy, it's just gone. It's just gone. And it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's if you encourage the controversy, you're out. You're just done. Like it's like the they think you're the hype man for the fight, you're the one that gets thrown out of the club, even though you didn't throw a punch, right? And then they let the people who threw the punches keep partying because it's easier than trying to deal with them.
Right. No, and like, I don't know.
It's weird.
He gets to the point where it's like, I don't know.
I do. I know you know, but we know we can't say what we know. You know?
Right, you know.
But yeah, guys, for everybody who has stuck with us, thank you guys so much. As always, we do
Chris is
appreciate
like saying, don't threaten bugs with fire.
the basic. No, seriously, don't. Jassel got her whole account suspended on Facebook because she told a neighbor that in perfect context, YouTube, listen to my words, please. In the context of this conversation, she had told a friend who had lost a particularly disgusting creature in their home, a vile creature that a lot of people have a phobia of, that this creature had escaped into the home, and Jassel's response was, F that, burn it down and start over. Ha ha, funny. It's a meme. It's a literal meme that runs around. And she got banned for a week. She got banned from Facebook for an entire week because of that. Because she said, and she protested, and she was like, what? No, you guys took this out of context. Like, clearly you're wrong. Well, due to COVID-19, we're no longer actually able to review these things in person. Our automated system has revealed to us that you have done blah, 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 blah. No review. Just suspended. No review. It was amazing. So, yeah, Facebook is all of the social medias at this point, the streaming platforms.
Being a cicada killer wasp.
There you go. See? Start over. Do the thing and start over, right? But yeah, so I think all the social media streaming platforms, all of them are they're on that razor's edge right now, and I don't think they know which way to fall. And so they just keep slicing pieces off and just falling in any direction, trying to make sure that it's the correct thing to do. I don't envy their position. I know what I would do personally.
All I would say is
I would just give the big middle finger to everybody complaining about it, and I'd be like, you know what, post whatever you want. I don't even care anymore.
But the thing that's killing me
with exceptions, obviously.
What's killing me is for them to land on, especially during Pride Month, to land on the side of a homophobe and act like a
easy
flagrant,
I get it. It's foolish in my opinion.
So
it's something that I feel like needs to be talked about more. But unfortunately, with the ban hammer swinging around like Thor's dick at a freaking orgy, maybe we shouldn't be talking about it, right? I love how I can say that. But anyways, I thought that was a really good analogy, by the way. That was a good one.
I will still throw out freaking shorts about it.
Oh, sure. 100%. Slap the video. That's fine with me.
No. I called his mother. What?
What?
What the fuck?
But yeah, you guys who have stuck with us, thank you guys. We do tangent sometimes. It does happen.
Well, like I said, that was one of the things we were
going to discuss, and we ultimately decided we would skirt around it the best we could. For those who have been affected by this particular incident, our hearts go out to you. Seriously, we understand. Believe me when I tell you that we understand.
Yeah.
This is the same channel that had a video banned 4 times for racial content that had no racial content in it whatsoever. It was about a video game system. Nothing racial, but we were banned 4 times when we tried to release that video. So believe me, folks, when I say we get it 100%. And it cost us a lot of money, and it's still a bitter spot for me. Very much. Yeah.
When we were live talking to the
creator of the game.
Yeah.
Yep. Or to the creator of the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. A literal live stream that we posted got taken down
live from a
racial. I think it was called racial insensitivity. I think is what it was flagged as. And we were like, no. And they're like, oh yeah, you guys are right. Sorry about that. You can put the video back up. So we did. Flagged again. Immediately flagged again. And yeah. We lost a lot of contacts over that, and I'm still pretty bitter. But if that guy happens to be watching our show, now you kind of know what happened, man. I know we emailed you, and we told you what was going on. And anybody else that sees these videos, sometimes there are things that are just out of our control. As much as we want to fight against it, it's just that's how it works. But yeah, I've had a good show. I've had a good time. We've covered a lot. I think we smashed a lot of shit in a very small sandwich. Like, we
Right?
really did. We talked about OTK Games, and
Well,
Renown and Immortal.
I know that you wanted to talk about the 5-year map for 76.
Yeah, I believe that's just going to be one of those things that Bethesda actually rolls out, because they've mentioned that there is a 5-year roadmap, and I have a feeling that with the new DLCs that are coming out, like quite literally Tuesday, a new season of Fallout 76 is dropping, right? So it's no coincidence that Sunday is the Bethesda Game Showcase, and then Tuesday they're going to be released. So I have a feeling that 76 is going to be a hot focal point. They're going to address things.
You got
Test Your Metal. Test Your Metal's the new one. That's the one that's coming out. And then the Pit.
Well, I was talking about the where you got like actually go to another location.
That's the Pit. That's
well,
the
no,
one.
I know, like, but there was 2 of them, because you actually get to go outside of that Appalachia for like 2 different locations.
Oh, I've only seen the one. I've only seen the Pit. The Dome, which is Test Your Metal, is actually that's been in game. That's actually been an in-game asset for almost a year. It's been there for quite a while, but it's finally populated with NPCs, and they're actually starting to drop things into it. So it gives the impression that the world is being built, which I can appreciate. Like,
Right.
it's all of a sudden like there's this dome, right? And you're like, where'd this come from? But it's unpopulated. There's nothing in it. And then there's like one NPC wandering around. And you're like, okay. And they have like random dialogue. And then all of a sudden there's more stuff in the dome, right? And there's like robot parts, and there's this and that and the other. And then there's a couple of NPCs. And now there's like a full-on section of the game, and it's got traps, and it's got like acid pits, and it's got all these crazy things. And there's actually like a throne and a viewing arena. So it has actually developed over the course of this last year, and people, observant students, have noticed that this has been transpiring. And so that's put 2 and 2 together. Also, they've been introducing characters from the Pit. There have been 2 new characters that were introduced at Foundation. So I think how they're doing it, I wish they wouldn't be so secretive about it. Like, I wish, I seriously,
Well, that's
drop an NPC in there to talk to us about what's going on, like something. Just give us some information. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy, but like, put a broadcast. You have an entire radio on your Pit Boy, and you guys could, honest to God, be throwing those announcements on that radio. Like, you have people that would be on the radio.
So is it
wink, wink? That would literally give those announcements to people,
right? So, or you think is the Test Your Metal, is it going to be like a battle royale?
Yeah, I think it's quite literally going to be the Coliseum style. You know, you're going to go up against specific types of robots, and some of them, I'm assuming, are going to have different weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Like the throne
there, it totally gave me like the
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that is heavily what is it? It is 100% influenced by 1,000% Mad Max inspired, 100%. But yeah. So that's the thing that's happening. 76 roadmap, I think, is going to be revealed. I don't know about the full 5-year, but I'm willing to bet that there's going to be a pretty large outline of what they're planning to do, or how they're planning to continue it.
It was like, hey, do you want to do the Bethesda Showcase? And you're like, I said, it's on Sunday. And you're like, yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was panicking. It was gonna be like tonight or something. I was like, I guess we can in lieu of a live. But yeah. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to cover. OTK Games, the Immortal, Renowned. If you guys are interested in either one of those games, or if you have thoughts about them, drop it in the comment section below. What about any of the games that we talked about from Bethesda in the showcase that's going to be happening on Sunday? We're going to be covering that live starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. You guys can check us out on twitch.tv /Geek Public Radio. If you guys are interested in anything, or maybe you guys have a rumor of that Bethesda is going to be dropping something silly, man, put it in the comment section down below. Talk to us. We talk back a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times we'll get on there and we'll actually talk. We'll chat back at you guys. But yeah, everybody that stopped in, thank you guys so much. Like the video, share, pass it around, man. If you do share it to somebody else, make sure you tell them. Give us a couple minutes of your time. That helps us defeat the algorithm.
And check out our sponsor for today, Humble Bundle.
Yes, I'm gonna let you do that.
The link is in the description. Get a whole bunch of cool stuff for inexpensive, and there.
Thank you.
You get a whole bunch of stuff for inexpensive, and it helps good causes. They have given way loads of money to charity over the years. So it's a pay what you want. For the packages, they say you can pay up to this and you get this. You pay up to this, you get that. You pay, so you can give more if you want to. It tells you what the charities and what is all of the stuff is earmarked for right there in the description of the stuff. But help us out. We get a little bit of money and whatnot to help keep us going if you use the link below. Yeah, so he's using the restroom. So yeah, check out Humble Bundle, link below. Help us do cool shit.
Thank you. Yeah, they're a pretty cool sponsor. I really do appreciate them. And the kickbacks and stuff like that really actually help out the studio tremendously, man. So if you guys do need any of your gaming needs satisfied, make sure you check out Humble Bundle and that link in the description. Linky in descripty. But yeah, Chris, I've had a good show. How about you?
It's been fun.
All right. Heck yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun having you guys with us. As always, each and every single one of you is greatly appreciated. And you can help us out by following the links in the description, by going to geekpublicradio.com. And of course, for those of you that are watching right now that would like to participate, we will see you guys live on Twitch Sunday for the Bethesda Games Showcase, Microsoft and Bethesda Games Showcase. I have been Crazy Chris.
I've been Topher.
And you guys have been an excellent crowd. Stay geeky, everybody. Peace.
You've been listening to the GPR podcast, where two old guys talk about old. Talk about new games, movies, most things geeky, and try not to poop in their diapers while they're talking. Thanks for listening to the show. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on Twitter at Free Geek Radio, on Facebook and Instagram at Geek Public Radio, and the website geekpublicradio.com. We'll see you next time.